during the international break, so much of that comes out. They know there's no football, there's no real transfer talk. What can I do that's going to keep my views and my money consistent? I'll bang on City. I'll slander City. I'll accuse City. I'll keep the City hating brigade going on, and it's easy content. And I'm sick of people using my club for easy content. I believe City are innocent because the club says we're innocent. When it happens, it happens. We will be there. We'll be there.
Yes, I know the first thing people may be saying is how ironic this dude, Nick, as it was, which is my name, talking about Man City and 115 when he's actually doing a video that's sort of like defending the 115. And that's not to say that I think that they're innocent or that they're guilty. My thoughts and opinions are irrelevant of the matter. Doesn't matter what I think or what I want to happen. What is reality. And the reality is nobody knows at the moment besides the people that are involved. There may be some hints or instances or some suspect activities that may be swayed one way or another, but the ultimate reality is we don't know for sure. Now that is why Huey, which you heard at the start there, you may recognize Huey as well. He is part of the Big Six crew, Hugh Murray, and the Man City fan from Dublin, Ireland, who speaks from his studio, goes to Man City games, travels all over the place. Fair play to him. I wish I could do that as a job, as a career. That would be epic. Just follow your team around the country, around Europe. But I don't live in Europe, so ergo, can't do that. But I can understand why he's annoyed. As you heard at the start there, you know, international break comes along, bang, let's talk about Man City because slow news week, let's introduce Man City 115, etc., etc. I don't know what's happening. I have no clue. I wouldn't even know where to begin. But just to tail off before we cross over to Hugh really getting stuck into it and really calling out some big guns out there, some which I actually do agree with. I think they should be called out because they do these things for those particular reasons. And yes, I know as well, doing it for views, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but I'm not talking about Man City are guilty because of. I'm talking from the point of Hugh is annoyed and I can understand why. So Hugh is saying, I believe the club are innocent because they say they're innocent. I get it, you back your club, but it sort of could be akin to, you know, backing somebody who has committed a crime unknowingly. You're going to try and defend them, and you say, well, they're innocent because they say they're innocent. Well, we don't know. That's why we need to go through the trial and the process. And again, which is why Hugh is upset, why people keep bringing Man City into everything, 115, etc., etc. So let's hear what he has to say before we continue on.
I will never come on here and lie to you people because I don't think you're a pack of dickheads. I have respect for you lot. I'm not going to come on here and lie to your faces. You're watching me live right now. I'm not going to lie to your faces and start filling you full of information so that you'll super chat, so that you'll give me views, so that you'll give me money. No, I will always, always, always be open and honest with you. And I've been like that since the beginning of this 115 thing. I've never, ever claimed to be in the know.
Fair enough. I get that. I can respect that. Man claims he is not about the money. He's not here to super chat, not here to make revenues off the streamers, the viewers, the people that are members, which in a way you will, but well, you do anyways because you have a channel and you have memberships and people send in super chats, but not specifically regarding the 115 charges. Now, fans will banter and they'll say spam 115 in the comments or go to their Twitter and say 115 and all these sorts of things. Haha, very funny. Shit's getting a little bit old now in my opinion. Funny to see every now and again, but after a minute, it sort of like dies down and there's just no point in referencing it. So I can understand that. And to the other point that he makes, not being in the know is what a lot of people are. A lot of people are not in the know, but they think they're in the know because they know certain people online. I know this Twitter account who's close to this person who walks this manager's dog or whatever it is, right? You know what I mean? I know this person who looks after the lawns of the other person. That's the janitor at the club. And they look after Sheikh Mansour's office when he's at City or whatever bullshit like that, right? These sorts of people. Nobody knows anything for sure. Unless you're involved in this stuff, nobody knows. Much like a crime organization, unless you're inside... I'm not claiming Man City are a crime organization. I'm just using it as a reference so you can understand, right? A metaphor, simile, whatever it is. Only the people involved in the actual crime syndicate know what is going on. People can speculate from outside and try and make bits and pieces together. It ain't that easy. So fair play to him stating that he doesn't know what is happening, but he'll stick by that Man City are innocent because the club say they're innocent, as we already established. But he's not afraid to call out the big guns, the big names, the people that are using his club to make content, to get views, to make money off of. And yes, the aim of the game is to make views. The aim of the game in most instances is to make money on this platform, in this business. When you start off, you're not making anything. You're doing things for passion because you want to speak about it. Then when you start getting a little bit ahead of yourself, you start getting somewhere, then the shift starts to change. Then you see yourself moving from passionate stuff to, okay, how can I maximize my money? I know, clickbait titles. I know, let's react to viral clips. Let's do, outlandish conversations. Let's do heated debates and all these sorts of things. It's a natural progression. It is what it is. But I'm not here to talk about that. Let's go to Huey, see what he has to say about these people that are using his club for clicks and views.
There's people like, and I'll always call them out, Mark Goldbridge, that Anfield Agenda guy, that Adam McCullough guy, acting and claiming like they actually know what's going on. Now, some of these guys may have huge channels, 500,000, 1 million, 2 million subscribers, and you may get it into your head that, oh, these guys have huge channels, maybe they have connections in the industry, maybe they know what's going on. They're the exact same as me and Joe, just with more views and more subscribers. They know no more than me and Joe. They know no more than me and you. But they'll come on because they've got big platforms and say, I've seen the emails. That's a quote. That's an actual quote from Craig from Anfield Agenda. I've seen the emails. I've seen the emails. Dirty, disgusting club, yada, yada, yada. Mate, you haven't a fucking clue. You're sitting in Dublin. I sit in Dublin. I'm in Dublin streaming right now. You sit in Dublin moaning about Liverpool for views. And you know that 115 is a view farm, so you're going to say you've seen the emails, you know this, you know that. Mark Goldbridge knows every time he makes a stream with Man City and Crisis in the title, views, 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 views. These kind of people, they know what they're doing. They're not genuine, they're not authentic, they don't know any more than me and you. They're fake, they're liars, and they're doing it all for views and money.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the main reason why I wanted to make this video. Because if you've seen any of my previous videos from a couple of months ago, I've been very critical on people that make videos on things that are going to get clicks, that are simple, clickbaity, view farming type of material. Again, with, as I said previously, with the clickbait titles, with the thumbnails, with all that sort of shit, right? That stuff is annoying. Unfortunately, it is a byproduct of being online on YouTube to get the clicks, to get the views, to get the engagement, the most salacious, the most outlandish, the most outrageous things when you read it and it says, Man City, Man City exposed, or Man City, suspended. That's like, oh, holy shit, we're going to click that. And it's like, well, Man City could be suspended, but that's a big if, and if, etc., etc. Arsenal scary. United back in form, Liverpool massive failures and all that sort of shit. Like clickbaity stuff like that is mad annoying. I fucking hate it too. But one thing I dislike more than that is people that will use talking points. And again, ironic, hypocritical, whatever you want to call it. That is the name of the game of YouTube doing content creation. Using other teams' misfortunes or miseries to just create headlines and get views out of and all those sorts of things, right? But I'm trying to come at it from a different angle, from a different perspective. It's okay if you speak about these things. I don't think there's a problem there if you speak about it. But if you speak about it and you say, okay, well, let's explore possibilities. What could happen here? Well, I don't know what the story is, but this is what we know so far. So maybe this happened, therefore it led to this, maybe this conclude. Speculation is a normal thing. People can speculate. I don't have a problem with that. I don't think anyone has a problem with that. But when you have people who say, I've seen these things, I know exactly what happened, this is 100% guaranteed, and they have, stupid headings and titles and things like that, that is mad annoying. That's where I will agree with you every single time. It is mad annoying because it does get views, it does get clicks. These channels are huge. Anfield Agenda, cannot stand the bloke. Craig is an over-the-top, emotional, crybaby man-child in my opinion. The way I see him on screen, the persona, I don't like it. You'll see me in comments in match reaction videos. Craig, when he's on there, cringiest. I hate it. Cannot stand it. Goldbridge does what he does. he has the platform for it. Anything he says will get engagement. It's not always agreed upon, but it does get engagement. McCullough doing the Stretford Paddock thing. I think he's doing the Stretford Paddock. If I got that wrong, my bad. I'm pretty sure he's doing a Stretford Paddock thing with Howson maybe. He's also on the club with Rory, the Chelsea fan, and Boovie, the Man City fan. They have their banter backwards and forwards. A lot of people don't like him either. He had a go at Steve, or he was coming off in a very abrasive and rude way when they were on the overlap a couple of weeks ago with the fan meetup, and they were talking about the Man City charges. Like, when you don't know for sure, but you think you do, that's when people look in you and think, how do you have all this chest when you don't actually know what is going on? You don't work at the club, you haven't seen that stuff, you don't know what the inner workings are. Yeah, mob boss, crime family. Unless you're involved in the crime family directly, you don't really know. So fair play to Huey for calling that out.
I've been balanced, I've been honest, and I've been consistent. But what I ask of you people in the chat, anybody who's watching this on playback, do not click, do not watch, do not interact with these people, because you're giving them exactly what they want. Every time they tweet about 115 and charges, and you react in an angry way or tell them they're wrong, you're giving them what they want. Engagement farming. Every time they post a video, Man City in crisis, and you comment or you react or you even just view it, you're giving them what they want. Absolute utter wafflers of the highest order. And so many of them will be found out over time. I promise you.
Now, after all that being said with the clickbaiting stuff, and they want you to look at it and they want the views and everything else in between, asking people not to interact and not to view things, I think is a bit of a stretch. So on one hand, he wants people to not talk about Man City or use them as content, but on the other hand, he wants them not to click on the content at all. Well, you have to pick one. Either they don't make content about Man City, or the content is there, but they don't click on it and they don't view it. Sometimes you might get 2 out of 2. Most of the time you'll get 1 out of 2. Sometimes you won't even get 1. You'll strike out all day, every day. You can't tell people what to do, what to look at, how to interact, how to feel, what to think, etc. Give him advice, fair enough. I understand Huey's upset. He's upset because he's seen this club run through the mud for the last 6 months, a year, however long it's been. I don't even know anymore. Shit just keeps on dragging on now to the point where I'm just over it. I just don't even care. I just don't even care anymore. Let's just get a neuralize on everybody and let's forget the whole thing ever happened and just keep playing on. Because ultimately, probably nothing will happen. And that's why Huey says we will be there. Everything will be found out. Because he's adamant that all these people that have made money, that have garnered views, that have garnered subs, that have garnered attention and everything else in between, based off Man City and their 115 charges, are all going to get it in the end. Because Hugh's got the receipts, he's going to be there and he's going to pinpoint everybody, put them in the proverbial firing line and knock them down one by one with the receipts of shit that they've done over the last 6 months to a year, claiming that they know something, claiming that this is true, this is what it is, I've heard from this person, I've heard from that person, well, this is true here, therefore this is true there, and it's not always like that. Sometimes they correlate, but, you know, correlation is not causation and vice versa, so you just never know with these things. But asking people not to interact is a bit of a far stretch. You can make your plea. I just think you just can't stop people from interacting with this content. They're going to click on it regardless. That is unfortunately a byproduct of the online YouTube world.
People with fan channels acting like they know what's going on in one of the highest profile sporting legal cases of all time. How much of a dickhead do you think I am? How much of a dickhead do you think your viewers are to try and make us believe you know what's going on?
Fan channels. Fan channels of certain clubs are not always centered towards certain clubs. Like me, for example. Look at me, I'm talking about a Man City fan, talking about Man City 115 content and how it's being farmed, and they don't want their club being used for views. But the same thing will be done for Klopp. Is Klopp a failure? Have Liverpool failed over the last 9 seasons, only winning 1 Premier League? Is Arteta a failure at Arsenal if it doesn't win the Premier League or the Champions League after spending 800 million in the last 4 or 5 years? Are we looking at the end of Man City? Are we looking at the end of Man United's run for Ten Hag and bringing in Gareth Southgate after the Euros? Like, Fan channels will talk about other clubs regardless of what it is. It just so happens that this is a Man City thing, 115 and all that. This is the hot topic at the moment because it's never before seen stuff. Unprecedented. Never seen an English club be under such a immense legal case where potential loss of points, stripping of titles, money penalties, relegation, expulsion, all these other things are being thrown out left, right, and centre. Never before seen with a club in the Premier League. Yeah, we have clubs that have had points taken off of them. Like we've seen Everton and Forest and things like that. So we can understand from that aspect there. But again, speculation is one thing, but claiming you know something or speaking about it consistently, week in, week out, that can be a bit much. I can understand it, but I'll go back to what I said just a moment ago. Rival fans will talk about rival fans' clubs. Can't do much about it. It is what it is. It's unfortunate that they're using the club for content, but when it is a hot topic and people want to know about it, these things will happen. The only way not to get involved is, like Hugh says, don't listen to it, don't pay attention, don't click, or don't talk about it. Talk about something else. I ain't not done Man City 115 charges. I know some people out there, shout out to you. If you're watching this, I expect you to message me and let me know that you saw this because I know you have my contact details. They will be streaming a celebration that they have been found guilty, if it happens. That's a big if at the moment. Some people are looking forward to it, others not so much. But the content, you can't really stop. You can't stop it. I can agree that some creators, big channels out there, are using their platforms to garner views and get ad revenue and super chats and money and engagement and all these sorts of things. That's the name of the game. I get that. How they do it, though, is my issue. How they do it, the clickbait, the salacious titles, the thumbnails, and all that sort of shit, and claiming that they know something when they don't know anything for sure. That is what annoys the shit out of me. Making content, make your content. Claiming that you know something for sure, that's a different story. Anyways, that's it for this one here. Shout out to Huey. Shout out to the boys out there, of course. Huey and also Joe, who didn't really get to hear him here much, but link is posted down below if you want to watch that for yourself in its entirety. If you're a Man City fan, I came here with no ill feelings. All rivalries aside, it is what it is. So shout out to all you people out there. Shout out for watching, and let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
End the stream, Dave! End the stream! End it, blood! End it now!